This podcast is sponsored by Dollar and Hardware. Activate your alter ego with Dollar and Hardware and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop dollarandhardware.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, you are tuning in to the Lee Life Experiences, and we are your hosts, Angie and Demetrius Lee. All right, Demetrius, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Good day. Got me a good workout this morning. Got fed through church. Everything going well for me today.
All right, so what's the topic for today?
The topic today is you don't need yes people in your life, but you do need no people in your life. And further to go, I'll explain what I'm talking about. I know it don't make good sense what I'm saying right now, but when I get through talking about it, it's gonna make real good sense to you.
All right, so to those who may not know what a yes person is or how to identify if the people they are surrounded with are yes people, we need to at least give the definition of a yes person and why they need some no people in their circle of influence.
Okay, well, I started.
How do you define a yes person?
A yes person, defined to me, is a person that he or she agrees with you. They know you're wrong, but they go along with you anyway. They keep the friendship. They don't want to make you mad, so they're doing the thing. And some of them, that's one case. And sometimes they go along with you because they want to see you make a fool out of yourself. And they walk behind your back and talk about you, how crazy you is, tell them how dumb you is. They talk about you behind your back. So a yes person is somebody who agrees with you, but they know you're wrong, but they will agree with you.
Okay. Yes. Well, when I looked up the definition of a yes person, I'm going to be looking to my iPad for a minute. And it says, yes people. They refer to individuals in your circle of influence who constantly affirm or agree everything without providing you constructive criticism or challenging viewpoints. They may lack independent thinking and tend to prioritize maintaining harmony over offering honest feedback. Here are a few examples. The enabler, that's the person who always support your decision and action, even if it might not be in your best interest. They are hesitant to give you a choice or an alternative perspective. And then it's the passive observer. This person remains silent in all discussions and require input on difficult viewpoints, but they choose to not voice their opinion in order to keep peace and avoid confrontation, even if their perspective. So it's important to identify the diverse perspective and constructive criticism in your circle or the circle of influence. So my thing is how you can be able to. And then it's a third one was being able to praise and seek validation in return. And my examples of these yes people, a lot of people that you see in prison is because they had yes people around. That would be my prime example of people that even though they were surrounded by people, nobody could, say it in their ear, nobody said anything. I watch crime TV, Demetrius, you do as well. How many times do people think they can get away with the crime and the other person sometimes get charged who didn't do anything, get charged more with a more lengthy crime sentence than the person who actually pulled the trigger, did the stabbing, did the robbing, because they were one of these yes people. They just went along with it without even voicing their viewpoint.
I'm gonna start mine out with yes people. That's a good example you made, Angela. But I'm gonna be honest. I have been a yes person. I have told people stuff. I know that's wrong, but I went along with them, and I did it for two reasons. One reason I did it because I didn't want to make them mad at me. Another reason I did it, I just didn't care. I mean, it's like that's your life. You want to do it, I go along with you. That's what you want to do. But I ain't going along with you. That's what you gonna do. But I was wrong for that. You can't do people like that. You got to be honest with people. when people going through relationship problem with their wife, their husband, you got to tell them the truth. I mean, I've been in a situation with my friends, and well, I'm gonna use me first. I'm gonna use my example first by myself, because that's the best way to start with me first. I have when I was married to Angela, I had got mad one time, and she made me mad, and I told him, I got a good mind. It takes some looking through on her. Next time she talked to that gentleman, I'm gonna throw a look in her face. Now, the whole time when I say that, I know I was wrong. Now, I want y'all to realize now, hold on, I was in my early 20s, so give me a pass. I don't think that way now, but I was wrong. But I had a couple of friends of mine. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Tick. That's my nickname back then. I don't blame you. Throw it in her face. That's what she deserved. And at the time, of course, I didn't do that now. I didn't do that. But when I thought about it, I say, that joker trying to get me to go to jail. But I know I said it. I wouldn't expect him to action to tell me that, to be that person to say, go ahead and do it. And that's when my red flags, and my head started going off. Say, when I'm talking food, talk to people, and I started doing just try people and see how they gonna come off of me. I say courageous talk to them and see how they gonna respond to it. And most of people I dealt with, they agree with me. At least they want to be my friend, or they want to see me get in trouble. One of the two. But I learned from that doing lifetime experience. So I ain't no yes person. I'm a no person. Now the other side, the flip side is now I've been around my friend that say crazy stuff to me about what they're gonna do with their wife. They're gonna commit adultery, cheat. She ain't having sex with him, And I tell them, no, man, don't do that. That ain't the way to go. It's a better way around it. Talk to her, man. Pray about it. I ain't pushing to go out there and make a rational decision. I wanted to think about it. I know if he did that, that's the devil talking to him, trying to get that man to do that. I have been around women gonna tell me that they're gonna cheat on their husband. And I tell them, no, don't do that. That's wrong. I know he made you mad. He did all these safety bad things. I know you think he cheating on you, but you don't do that. Two wrongs don't make a right. I don't do tip for tap. Hey, you ain't no better than he is or she is. So you got to watch who you got in your circle. Right now, me and Angela got a small circle. I got a very small circle. But you got a big circle and you got these people around you, they ain't your friends. They're trying to get you to go out there, make a fool of yourself. They need you for entertainment. Most times, when you're dealing with people, some of them look at you like entertainment. And I was entertainment one time I was young. I did crazy stuff. I saved things, acted a fool, and they put the gas on me. But that was the joke of the time. I was entertainment. I ain't nobody entertainment no more. You ain't been to go around going with your wife, your girlfriend, getting and pillow talk about me, how I made a fool out of myself. So that's my definition of a yes person. Best example, not the best example I can give you, but I'm giving you a good example so we know we're going with this podcast. So I'm gonna turn it back over to Angela. I know she got a lot to say about it because she's been in a lot of stuff herself.
So I'm taking it that your question is, have I had some yes people around me? Yes, I did. I had some yes people around me. But the thing is, you don't identify them. It only comes with maturity and age. Do you realize, what? Some of the decisions that I made, they were influenced. All the decisions that I made wasn't always self-provoking. And what I mean by that is, when I made the decision, and I'm not gonna say cheating. The cheating was, I was the ultimate carrier to that decision, because you have two choices: a yes and a no, a right and a wrong. That's the only way, and it's either gonna come out good or bad. So when I had the yes people around, I just noticed that it was just like what they said, the enablers or the observers. I guess I had a lot of observers too, that even when I went back, because a lot of us confide in our girlfriends or our so-called friends, and they didn't say anything. They didn't give me, and I think even Demetrius, when I had said something, my friends didn't tell me to cheat on you. It was like, well, Angie, they didn't tell you not to do it. And that was just kind of like a profound, saying to me, like, why did he say that? But as I have grown, I know what he meant by that was, even though they knew what you was doing, nobody interjected. And I really do want to say one person did. And shout out to my girl, Red. She would not play my shenanigans. She didn't let me bring him. She like, you married, you can't bring your, no, nobody's coming. If it ain't your husband, you can't come. So I, at the time, you kind of feel some type of way. And it still don't, you wondering like, why would somebody have to tell you what you know was right from wrong? But then you have people who go along, just go along with what you're doing and not try to correct you, So I'm appreciative now. I'm appreciative of people on my job. I'm appreciative now that my circle, like Demetria said, our circle is very small. Now we're able to identify that when we misbehaving or kind of like having a devil on one side and an angel on the other side of your shoulders. The devil gonna tell you, it's gonna be your hype girl or your hype boy. That person deserved it. Go ahead and cuss them out. Yeah, go ahead and make that post on Facebook. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Just like an indirect post. People know who you're talking about. But of course, again, when you think about it, or if you run it by somebody who is a mutual person, when I'm saying mutual, a mutual person or a neutral person should be the word, that don't have anything to do with it, but they're going to give you their best advice of either party. What my mother-in-law like to say, they don't have a dog in a fight, or they don't gain any significant value for giving you their advice. All right, Demetria.
Before I go any further, I want to thank Darling Eyewear. This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop Darling Eyewear and tell them Angela and Demetrius Lee sent you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us. Text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.